Is she a Buddha?
My bad, y'all had to roll up real quick.
Oh no, it's all good. It's that's more important.
Big facts, big facts.
It is. But yeah, so no, I know we have a connection naturally with the animals. Like when I was in Ghana, me and Santana were on the beach, and I saw something glowing by the shoreline where the water was, and I saw something jumping. And I'm like, oh shit. But then when I see it moving, I'm seeing a crab. And I'm like, did I just see that crab jump like that? It was weird. And I was like, man, that's so crazy. I was like, and it's glowing, like it was illuminated at the bottom. So I'm like, man, I said, gosh, I just want to see it just a little bit closer just to see it. And I swear to God, that thing came right in front of me. It was crazy. And then I was like, all right, now you can back up. You can just go. And then it went away. True story. So I know that we have a true connection with these animals and stuff like that. But like I said,
Yeah,
they
but
look
an animal is different from an insect.
Oh yeah.
You see the difference? Because
Give me another piece of
check this out. So Australia is the only continent that is marsupial. Do you know what that is?
Yes. Okay, I get it. Oh yeah. Yep. Why is that? Why are they the only one?
I'll get into it. Well, Jane here, but so basically, from one of the, because every time there's a cataclysm, there's a shift. Continents go down in the water, some continents raise out of the water. You see what I'm saying? So there's continental shifts, right?
Yeah.
We can see that with our geography.
Yeah.
So that's what they're saying. It's an anomaly because in Australia, there is no fossils of like man, you know what I mean? And it's marsupial. So they're saying, I don't know really what they're saying, to be honest, but it's just why no, it's just why, yeah, you already know. It's just wild.
I'm trying to choke up too much.
But this is the thing, they're marsupials, which means that they have babies in their pouches. You don't see that anywhere else. So it's an anomaly in the simulation. So where did they come from? You see what I'm saying? Just like these insects, there was an incidences like back in the 1800s where there were no insects in London. And then all of a sudden they recorded how all these insects were being dropped from like with ice cubes with insects in them, and they just dropped everywhere in London. It was in the papers, it's recorded, and people literally had to have sweep parties for all these bugs that came out of nowhere. Flies.
You know, have you seen the Watchmen series, man?
No, I haven't.
You've got to watch it, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, all this stuff is recorded in history. Like they never had bugs, like, and then all of a sudden they had...
DC, the Watchmen, and
oh, you're talking about Watchmen, the movie?
All of that stuff. Like
you talking about the movie, The Watchmen?
The one thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the series, you got to see the series. You understand that they literally showed the face mask with the police department and all of that stuff before COVID even happened.
Oh, absolutely.
They showed everything. So they talked about something called repredations because people are going to get. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. She was talking about. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between insects, animals, reptiles. They're all different classifications. And I was bringing up that in Australia is the only continent where they're ruled by marsupials. We don't have that anywhere else. And what a marsupial is that they're actually able to birth and have them in their pouches.
Right.
So why is that? And nobody can trace back where a marsupial came from. They can say they trace back dinosaurs and reptiles and sharks and dogs, and there's a lineage for all of that. But for marsupials, for some reason, this is like an anomaly that came from Australia, and they don't know where they came from. And who are like marsupials? We are. You birth a baby in your stomach.
Yeah, but no, they different. They all completely different. They're so different.
But if you look at a kangaroo, they stand up just like us.
They box.
Yes.
And they box. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
but it's a pocket. Nothing else has a pocket.
That's true. That's true.
Nothing. No, no, we don't have a, no, I get it. It's hilarious because it is a cesarean, an open cesarean all day long.
Yeah,
but no, it's like really crazy because like nothing else has a pocket.
And as far as insects, as I was saying, back in the 1800s, it's documented where all of a sudden all these insects started falling from the sky, but they're in ice cubes. And they just smothered entire city of all these European countries. And they literally had sweet parties for months of insects that they've never had before.
Watchmen had squid. Squid would rain, it would rain squid. And what was that movie with Tom Cruise when it rained frogs?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I remember that movie.
It was a great movie. Yeah.
So something's being dumped into our atmosphere.
No, literally.
But
and it's going to get normalized. Understand that too. Because when it was raining squid and Watchmen, people would just knew that they had to pull over on the side of the road. That was, and they had to just wait for it to get past.
World where they're raining, I think it rained frogs for real or something like this. You can Google.
Yeah, it's real.
There has been stuff like this.
But it's the plagues. It's like the locust.
I think can you actually punch this thing up for me, Raphael?
Absolutely.
The locus, LOCUS, space corulus, COREULUS of the brain, locus corulus.
Oh, and it's so funny you were talking about the praying mantis because me and Santana were talking about the evil characters. They always they take that praying mantis kind of, they make it, they demonized it. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah, let me, my bad. I'm not even screen sharing. Hold on.
You're fine, dude. You're fine.
Power.
So I just want us to look at this and then, just make it a bit bigger and
the picture itself.
Okay. Yeah, this is the part of the brain that handles stress and anxiety. And let's just look at it before I go to etymology, because this might, I don't know once again for your son, but there is vibration and images and fear. There's a brain that relates to an insect. So this is the locus corulus. Now
let's do this because it is a fear thing that you deal with. It's always a fear thing that he deals with all the time.
Okay, now go to etymology. Perfect. And we're gonna show you that this directly relates to that. So just type in locus. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Locus.
Yeah, LOCUS, and then S, and then enter. And just click on the locus, because we want to see the words that relate to it so that we can help our sister see. Okay, great. So locus is a place. It's a spot. Now look at the side, honey. It says locust right down there, locust. So that means, now, I'm so sorry, brother. Could you go now this time, go to locus corulus and type in the blue spot of the brain. I think this could help.
No, listen.
See any neurons?
Yeah, just type in locus corulus and the blue spot. It'll say it and it'll define that it's a unique part of the brain. Go to all instead of images so we can just see. There it is. Great. So this is what I think can help your son. And
send that to me too, Raphael, please. Email that to me.
Yes, ma'am.
So blue is a cooling energy, right?
Yeah.
Your son and you and me are fiery, hot world, very red. So his brain is working. This thing that's in it, it wants him to feel that. So you can see by the energy. So I think that once again, images, blue color, simple, encouraging if you can to be around literally things that are blue, a flower, trying to get him to focus on things that aren't red and bright. This blue is cooling. So you mentioned a pool. Do you guys have chlorine?
Yeah.
I would get him away from that.
Okay.
Being honest, chlorine, do you know it was used as a chemical weapon of destruction in World War One.
I'm sure.
No, it's a fact.
And Dr. Manhattan's blue too.
You should change your pool to a salt pool.
Or just take him if you can to a river.
What happened?
He said they keep stealing our packages. We can't get salt delivered.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Do you guys have access to go to like a lake or a river in Mexico? A beach?
Yeah, we have beaches. It's just a little tricky because it's so many kids and he loves the water. And like, if I let him, Santana would be like out there swimming with the dolphins and everything because he's like a fish.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the chlorine will definitely piss that ant off in his head and it make the ant hungry. Just being real. That I can see already. So get him out of that. And once again, so what kinds of things that are blue that we can consider healthy that one can put in the body? Vegetables. I mean, Raphael knows a lot about stuff.
You can put blueberries.
Well, yeah, I leave because my youngest, he's not my youngest anymore, but my other son, Julius, he loves blueberries and blackberries. So I actually leave those things out all day. So they actually pick on those things all day.
Good. So
you can even give them Blue Lotus tea.
I saw you doing some Blue Lotus stuff, and I want to do that because I actually was just learning something about the Blue Lotus because I learned that literally on every single pyramid anywhere in the world, every single one has a hieroglyph of the Blue Lotus. Every single one.
So let me go in on it because I did because I like to research food, like So the thing about the Blue Lotus, the reason why so a Blue Lotus isn't really a flower. What a Blue Lotus is, it's a spawn off of a lily pad. So if you look at a lily pad, the spores that it creates is the Blue Lotus.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the reason why the Blue Lotus is very magical and used throughout Asian medicine and in their stories and in their fables is because literally when you digest the Blue Lotus, it gives you a euphoric feeling. So when they had to do medical surgeries, when women had menopause, when they had hormone issues, birthing a child, even people who were like nervous with sex, they would make them a tea of Blue Lotus because it gives you that relaxation and euphoric feeling. So it takes that fear away, that anxiety. So that's the whole purpose of the lotus.
Now, where is the best source to get this from?
Lapis lazuli too, honey. Blue. These things around.
Send me. Make sure you send me that name and the all of that stuff in email.
What's the active ingredient in Blue Lotus?
What's the active ingredient in Blue Lotus?
That I don't know. I would have to look it up right now.
Can you look at the molecular makeup of it, please? This can turn into a nerd show real fast, didn't it?
It's cool. Yeah, I love it. This is what I do.
This is really good because I believe that there's a creative way to not scare this. I want to call it a parasite, but the soldier in your son.
No, it's to run it out. To run it out. Yeah. No, that's the whole thing. You gotta be. Yeah, it is. It absolutely.
Look, it says it right here. It is the Blue Lotus flower. Is an Egyptian water lily containing apomorphine and nuciferin. Apomorphine has been described as a psychoactive alkaloid. It is non-selective dopamine.
Nuciferin.
Yeah, nuciferin. Primarily, it's used to treat Parkinson's disease as it stimulates dopamine receptors and improves motor.
Listen, you guys, we have figured some shit out.
You got kicking ass right now.
That's why I use blue. That's like sometimes like not even smoking herb. I have this mixture. It's called a wizard stick. I got it from this brother in Australia. It's a mixture of Blue Lotus, mugwort, wild lettuce, purple passion flower. That's another thing you want to give your son is purple passion flower. And I forgot the last one. But you mix that together and it literally gives you a high like you're smoking a joint, but without the ooh. And they smoked this for the euphoric feeling to get, just to tap in spiritually and things of that nature, but it calms down your motors. It brings you back to center.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, this is interesting.
Isn't sativa is a version of marijuana? But isn't it a blue version, a bluish, I think? Am I right?
I don't know, but I mean, I haven't. My son, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the way it makes him feel. So I don't like him to feel uncomfortable like that.
No worries.
Yeah,
no worries.
Yeah, just make him a tea.
I moved to Holland. Yeah, I'm open. I moved to Holland because,
Right.
I didn't have to deal with any kind of issues with marijuana, because it's ridiculous that they consider it a drug anyway. But so no, we tried all of those different things, and I got to tell you, CBD, I mean, I'm not trying to knock it if somebody said they really did get some kind of something out of it, but for me, we got absolutely nothing out of it.
I have CBD too, and I'm with you on that. It kind of gives you a bit of a tingle thing, but yeah, I know. I have my chronic pain needs serious.
You can literally rub some tea tree oil on you and get the same effect.
Okay.
Well, I've talked about this.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing about cannabis, is that it has been genetically engineered now. It's being done in a lab. They have taken out the female aspect, which is the seed. That's why it's slow indoctrination. Yeah, but that's what you have it there in Mexico. You want to smoke cannabis that has seeds in it, but what do they do?
Yeah, for real.
They slowly indoctrinated us thinking that it's not. Famous song, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, no sticks, no seeds.
Yeah.
You see how they started doing that?
Yeah. Oh no, listen, I was telling Santana, I remember when I had my first orange with no seeds, and I remember being a kid saying, man, this is fantastic. No, don't have to worry about. And watermelon, my first seedless watermelon, man.
Oh, stay away from them. Yeah.
And seedless grapes, man, I was so happy.
But you see what they do?
Yeah.
Naturally, look what you're saying. We wouldn't eat fruit if it didn't have seeds because we know it's natural and organic. It's the same thing.
Absolutely. Listen, and then they make a fruit called cuties, and the genetically modified
small oranges.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we call them, they have another one here called halos.
Yeah, halos is another one. Yeah.
Smarties.
No, Smarties is the candy. Yeah, you think about the candy.
Yeah, that's what Santana used to sniff.
Blue. I found some more blue.
He said I still did.
He used to crush them up. But you see what I'm saying? That's that slow indoctrination from getting away from what plant medicine is. When you take out the seed, you're taking out one aspect of the divine feminine, which is
you're making
the male
it
and the female. For you see what I'm saying?
It's not real anymore.
It's not. So when you're smoking and you think you're getting high, it's all masculine energy. And you're missing the female energy out of that plant, which is what you need for balance, which true cannabis is, what they used to smoke as the ancestors. It was to bring you to center and to balance. You know what I mean? So you don't want to you don't want to partake in anything that ain't got no seeds, period. And that goes with cannabis, it goes with food.
Yes.
Yada, 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 yada. So,
Didn't Biggie Smalls say y'all pick seeds out your weed? Yes, it did. So you also have blue forget-me-not, blue borage, blue of the heaven, and blue rosemary herbs from this website, Your Indoor Herbs and Gardens. Does your child ever watch horror movies? I'm sure you don't do that to your child.
Nah, definitely don't give those messages in.
Okay, cool. So your
does
son
not need that.
not being exposed to anything exciting and like,
No.
Well, let me do this for you too, because for each zodiac, there's specific foods that are basically alkaline for that specific energetic constitution. So since your son is a Scorpio.
No, he's a Libra.
He's a Libra, so I'll go to Libra. So Libras.
Whoa, damn it, lapis lazuli. Can you get access to blue crystals, honey?
Yeah, I'm in Mexico.
Yet lapis lazuli is a stone of Libra.
Okay.
Nice one. Very good. Just have it around him. If he can does he like to hold stuff at all and kind of play around?
Oh yeah.
Get him.
Man, that's so crazy you say that, Jay. I'm about to build on that. Yeah, he's right on, because check this out. So the foods that you want, because for Libras is, and I'll send you all of this, and I know I'm gonna say a mouthful, but it's for people who are watching. If you are a Libra, you want to eat cherry or plum tomatoes, wild asparagus, olives, rose hips, raspberries, mulberries, strawberries, cedar grapes, cedar raisins, apples, peaches, watermelons, anise, basil, curry, celery, coriander, dill, fennel, ginger, stinging nettle, and violet. Now the stones, which is Jay was building on, that you want to have him wear around his, like around the hip, because that's where the Libra is. It's balance. You want him wearing labradite, ametrine, peridot, and sterokite. And all these contain the salt sodium phosphate, which he's going to lack naturally. So he's going to absorb that through the crystals. And I'll send you this whole list. So
Okay.
And then you want him to wear copper because that's his metal.
Ooh, and what do I have right here, girl? Bam.
Copper ring.
Yeah, for Jay's a Taurus. Yeah, this is a little magic list. This is I've been blessed with this. I love this list because it pinpoints. So for Jay, he wants to wear as far as crystals, and you want to wear this around your neck because that's where Taurus is. It's the throat.
Oh, yeah.
Ternodite, rose quartz, geode, unakite, turquoise, and diamond, and they all contain.
Diamond. Wow.
And then of course yours is copper as well. That's
Okay, now
metal.
here's something funny about what you just said about diamond. I'm gonna blow your damn mind. Now watch this. This is crazy. So the YouTube live I did the day before today, another subscriber said, Jay, just type in these numbers. It was the birthday numbers of this person. And guess, I'm gonna show you, this is crazy. You just said that, dude. I love how we are all building in paranormal ways. It will take paranormal energy to solve these problems because everyone is different. Everyone is different and vast and infinite. And it's like if they have an issue, that's also infinite and complicated. So, all right. Here it is. Cool. Yeah. So you want me to share the screen, make it easier to see? So this person gave me the number. It took me to this diamond right here.
Here, let me stop sharing. Go ahead.
Oh, great. So 5137 appears here for the price, and damn it, it's a diamond.
Woo, a nice one.
It's all the prime numbers of my birth name, and that was wow, dude. That makes total sense. So is diamond like an actual? It's like a part of the gemstone. I thought it was like kind of precious jewelry.
Oh no, that's one of the gemstones. It's April, actually.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like because there's some people who feel like diamonds are fake and okay, there's a lot of controversy with diamonds, but
they're all just precious stones, minerals, you know.
And so I'm gonna do this live, and this is what I do for people for the medical astrology. I have your son's chart. I looked at it, but I didn't get deep into it because I'm gonna study it and send you what I see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share this so people understand how even through medical astrology, when you understand a person's birth chart and you understand their energetic constitution, there's another side to it, which is medical astrology, which every degree has a certain detriment depending on what planet is on. You know, you have your malefics, you have your benefics. So this is your son's chart. And already off the bat, I can tell he's going to start having conditions in Aries because Aries is the head. Here he has a planet of Uranus. Uranus doesn't belong in that placement. Uranus is rebellious, explosive, unexpected. You see what I'm saying? And it has a hard aspect over here in Libra to the sun. So that right there, he's going to have some dryness in the head area. So if I look up 14 degrees on Aries, this here deals with frontal lobes, which is the brain, rheumatism, rheumatic fevers, possible case of suicide, hemorrhaging, migraine, and that's all chronic illnesses. I don't know if he has any of those conditions or.
If he does, I wouldn't know.
You know, and kind of just going around looking at his chart, the sixth house is always about health. That's like a general rule when it comes to medical astrology, because that's Virgo, the breadbasket. It's about health. It's other representations as well.
Well, he's made me have to figure out a whole bunch of things health-wise. I haven't figured out, well, I just, at least I got the culprit, at least now. But I figured out a lot of other diseases in this process. So yeah, he's definitely all about health. Figuring him out has made us have to figure out everything else.
And that's the thing in Virgo, when the sun is in Virgo, it's in detriment because the sun isn't like there. The sun is going down on the ecliptic. When it passes Virgo, it's being judged, gets to Libra, and then it starts to fall. So it's in detriment. It's in fall, actually. So if you look up 9 degrees Libra, you're dealing with the right hepatic lobe, again, rheumatic fever, appetite, and these are acute illnesses. So there's always a pattern when it comes to deficiencies or disorders or symptoms or illnesses, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, but this is how you can pinpoint people's stuff, man, and it's just wild because it'd be spot on. Like I can pull up Jay's, like I can pull up mine to the exact degree. I have a bad planet on my left knee in Capricorn.
Yeah, remember you found you saw that my left knee was has an issue too.
Right. So yeah, it's very important for people.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Pardon me.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah, so just to mention detriments, yeah, I have Mars and Saturn in my house of Cancer, which is, it's kind of tricky because Mars is a hero, and Santos did my reading and said, well, Mars is a hero, kind of canceling out your Saturn. However, it's still complicated because they're not supposed to be there at all. And it's the mother energy, and father is there, Jupiter exalted the moon. So it's constantly this. That's why I think I fix it, it gets worse. I think I fix it, it's constantly like a black and white thing. So it definitely can help you have closure with what he's saying. Yeah, like this.
Yeah, I think that you should really look at the tongue acupuncture. Because
I'm open to that. Totally.
Yeah, I saw this guy, he did a video going to an office and he had like issues with like being able to retract his arms back.
Yeah.
Being able to be mobile like that. And he was showing how far back he could go before. And he went in, as a pessimist. And the guy went in, hit a couple of spots, like he could literally look at the bottom of the tongue and see like some bumps, indentations and things like that to see where it was some issues, communication issues. And the guy, he went to check to see how he felt after he was done. And he like honestly didn't even really want to believe it. And he was just like, I mean, I can move right now. He's like, I don't know what's going to happen, when I leave here. But right now, I can, he could like push his arms all the way back. So it is something to it.
Yeah, the Asians are on it. I want to know, can you tell Santana to finish the oodles and noodles and get back on the get back?
Yeah,
I don't think so. He's pulled one of my numbers. He passed out.
I knew something was up. It was too quiet.
Little bastard. Fucking lazy man there.
On the live, he fell out.
It happened. Listen, it happened to me 2 times. 2 times it happened.
No, I get it.
Whatever.
But yeah, we should, what we should do? We should try to build one time when we get back up together and try to get these solutions out. You know what I mean? Of what we find. And
no, listen, that's why I was happy we had time to share that video so people can see that you have to really do your own due diligence. You have to really do your own studying, because that video only meant something to me because of where I've had to look, because depending on whatever ailment you're looking at, and you have to look at them honestly. And if you see an insect doing something that's very, very similar to something that you're seeing in a person, I know that you may not want to believe certain things. The last thing I want to believe is that I took my child to a doctor, they gave them something, and now I'm finding out that what they gave them has insects in it. I do not want to believe that. Do you understand? I don't want to believe that. I don't want that to be true, but I want my son to be better.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Absolutely.
I have to recognize, hey, there's no reason a ballerina and then this crazy looking insect that no one knows anything about pops up here. And there's no reason why they have exactly the vaccination that was given to my son when he completely turned into a different person on a blackboard, on a dry erase board. And they're still trying to act like they don't know, but they do know because they're telling us that they know. You understand? And for those who are out there, the WHO, the CDC, the FDA, all of you all, you know, you can apologize and say, I'm sorry here, because you know that they got a cure for it. If they did it, you know, they have the thing to fix it. The same way they can do it. And the doctors need to take away their egos and say, I'm sorry, I played a part in this, and just tried to make parents think that they were crazy. Because that's not right.
And plus, too, they really need to adhere to the Hippocratic Oath that they first took when they got into medicine.
Yeah, but they are. The Hippocratic Oath is just that. It's just that. And they don't talk about curing anything. They only talk about treating.
Yeah, I know, but I look at it as more of a way of serving. It's coming as a way of servitude. Like you're coming
but who are they serving? But who are they serving?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like they play so many word games with us. That's why I was talking about Benjamin Franklin. Like we all say that, you know, it's the dead presidents on our money. But guess what? There's one guy who was not a president that's on our money and who was in a club called Hellfire Club. Now, Jay, why don't you elaborate just a little bit more on that club? Because I've already told you the meal that they ate during these ceremonies. How did this guy get on your $100 bill? Please tell me.
Okay, well, when we're looking at Benjamin Franklin, those are Facebook letters and foosball, BF, your best friend. Okay, so this guy, the Hellfire, we go to the Hellenists of Greece. Okay, hell. Right.
Helena.
They're the ones that gave you your 5 platonic solids and gave you the earth as the cube. So they weren't all, let's just say, satanic and wrong. The problem is that when we're getting into these cults and these movements, they all have an understanding of Venus worship. It's inverted goddess. So Helena, hell, would be, I don't know, Hellraiser, the movie.
Candyman.
Yeah.
The white woman's name was Helen.
There we go. Boom, boom. Okay. Now, when you say,
wait a minute, Santana just said, ask Jay why would he put a pickle in his pocket?
I'm in quite a pickle right now. Is he talking about my shit again? You leave my shit alone, sir.
We'll go on, Ben Frank.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So the Hellfire Society, you have the Hellenists. Now, Helena is another code for either Earth, Venus, or some feminine symbols. Now, when we look at estrogen, or Esther, or Ostara, okay, the star on the flag, okay, your Benjamin Franklin's, to speak frank, okay, we have Frankfurt. Okay, Frankfurt has a red zone where you can go there and get prostitution and no problem, and the drugs and all this shit. There's a red zone in New Orleans.
Red light district.
Hell is hot. So your period blood now, okay, we're going to the feminine. Why they drink blood and shit and all this stuff, and the sacred energy of blood is because the period is timed by the moon and Venus exalts in Taurus. The moon exalts in Taurus and Venus rules there. So the Hellfire Society is really the Red Bull. There's a Red Bull, yeah, the rock stars, and then there's a Blue Bull. Your son needs a Blue Bull. You see where I'm going? Mm-hmm. So this one is your little rock star. Anything goes. You know, Earth can also be chaotic and beautiful, but it grows and grows and grows, and it births shit and it kills shit and it births shit. And if you know when you're timing things, your rituals correctly, you can create a vibration of tenderizing, basically do what thou willst. Aleister Crowley, all these people, okay, this is the same vibration. So these people are the ones that want you to literally worship this literal material, birthing and living and dying, getting sick and healing reality, as opposed to being alchemized, being in the middle of all that shit and knowing how to translate it without being affected. So they're all about the effects, special effects. Red. The stoplight is red. Everything that is aggressive is pretty much Ruby Tuesday, red. So he was definitely into, let's just say that seductive Roxanne. You ain't gotta put on a red light.
How did he get into a presidential category? How did he become the father of him? I just don't understand. How did we allow this to go on? How did this happen?
First of all, your presidents were not presidents. Let's keep it real. They were Freemasons. There's a difference.
Well, yes, they that's what they are. That's not what they were. That's what they are.
There you go. Let's call them who they really are.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're not elected. They're selected.
Oh, I know that too.
Yeah, this is all.
Oh, I'm aware of that too. But that's what I'm. But that's my whole point. Benjamin Franklin wasn't even any of. What is he? You understand? He's something different.
He founded gravity, right?
No.
Didn't he?
No.
That was Einstein.
That was Einstein, right?
No.
He did electricity. What he did was
no, he did the kite.
Right.
Yeah, he did electricity.
Okay,
right.
The same same shit, scientist. Let's get into science, okay? So scientists, once again, these are the people that understand manipulation of energy. So he was a person who understood energy very well. And I would just gather that, okay, listen, when you're looking at your famous people, Mozart was a Freemason too. Your magic is about Freemasonry. So he was not a composer. He was an occultist who had a unique, talented brain. So Benjamin Franklin was a rock star with understanding, like you, me, and Raphael and Santana, in an inverted way. So he got lucky, was in the right place, the right time. Sure, it works. I got my master's, no fucking undergraduate. You see what I'm saying here? So you rack your brain too hard. Just know it's about the secret information. And he had a manipulation and an ability to do it very well, right? And so when you're good at it, you get put on a damn dollar bill. Of course you do. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here?
No, he's on the $100 bill. That's what I'm just trying to say.
Listen to me. The zeros are bullshit. Zeros don't count. He's 1. He's not 100. You understand me? It's a trick. 100 is not 100. You see, they want you to think about being greedy. He's about greed. You see? You see, he's already got you. He's stifled you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's about energy. All of these people are chosen, but they have to be good at it. They have to have a unique, hear me now, way of fucking you in your head or healing you. We are the other way, but we're not going to get put on money, right? So that's okay. So we don't have to worry about Benjamin Franklin, but we have to know how to put water on that fire. And the water on the fire is the blue lapis lazuli for your sun, the blue part of your brain. And what is blues music? Notice that blues music is about, I lost my baby,
I know. It's the complete opposite of what it really is.
Hallelujah.
I know that. Yeah.
Now that's also why your son and many got autism. It's a vibration because they were playing music. It's all about octaves. It's all consciousness, and it's
it's because their vestibular system was contaminated. No, no. Listen, trust me. I got this shit down to a science. I know exactly where it's attacked. It's just that I didn't know. I didn't know what the culprit was. And I still don't really know. I'm having a difficult time trying to find out what this is.
It will be hard because the word insect has sect in it. They're in a sect. They're still sacred.
Sector,
so I'm sorry that there's something in your son, but it's a sacred enemy that needs a sacrament. It needs to be given its opposer, the blue one, the cooler.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
it's funny that you say that because it is a cooling effect that needs to take place. It is cooling. It's the cooling that we're looking for.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's the inflammation.
Yes, ma'am.
There it is.
Wow, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Really good. I appreciate y'all coming out. I don't even know.
bless all of you. And just let me know you want to do it again on a day off. I'm getting better with my energy.
Very good. All right, guys. It was real.